Hi everyone, now is practical works. In this, for the theory of Thai herbalism. This theory related to the Ayurvedic system, which is Indian therapy. According to this conception, the human body composts of 4 elements such as earth, water, air, and fire. They believe that the illnesses of humans are caused by an imbalance among 4 elements. But in the Ayurvedic system, there are 5 elements that are ether or space, earth, water, fire, and air. However, when you look at this picture, you can see that there are element combinations. The air plus ether is Vata. Earth plus water is Kapha and fire plus water is Pitta. These we called 3 Dahas. The excessive Vata corresponds to an excess of the air. Excessive Pitta corresponds to an excess of the fire and water. And excessive Kapha corresponds to an excess of the earth. Here are the characteristic of earth element. Earth represents the structural organ of the human body such as hair, nail, teeth, skin, brain, muscle, tendon, bone marrow, spleen, heart, liver, ligament, kidney, lung, intestine. Water element represents all liquid parts in the human body, such as blood, phlegm, bile, sputum, pus, sweat, thick fat, oily fat, tear, saliva, nostril fluid, urine and joint fluid. Air element represents the movement in the body such as upward wind, downward wind, abdominal wind, wind in the bowl, wind in the blood circulation, wind penetration all over the body and breath. It's including emotion and nerve systems too. Fire represents heat and energy to keep the body warm. And it relates to digestion and aging too. Here is the conclusion of the 4 elements characteristic and the related organ. You have to read further. Since I told you before, about the imbalance of the elements caused illness. Therefore Thai traditional doctors diagnosing disease based on the elements. Here is the sample of imbalance of each element and its effect. For imbalance of the earth element would show as the symptoms of the organs such as skin disease, bone disease, tumors, and other solid disorders. For imbalance of water elements, the symptoms related to blood disease, eye disorders, renal disease, venereal disease, bladder or urinary tract infection or stones. Imbalance of air elements, symptoms that related to they are pneumonia, cough, mucus congestion, tuberculosis, bronchitis, other respiratory infections, fainting, dizziness, and arthritis. The last is the imbalance of fire elements, the symptoms are related to heart and circulatory system. When the affected organ has been pinpointed, the doctor will suggest foods or herbal to build or soothe this particular organ. Here is some funny test about how to know your soul element. Here we go.
You probably think you know everything about yourself. Well, this quick test might just surprise you. If you'd like to find out whether you have a fire, air, water, or earth soul, then grab a piece of paper and a pen and let's begin. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications. That way you'll always be the first to see our new videos. You'll have 10 seconds to answer each of these 10 questions. Don't overthink your choices and just go with your gut. It usually gives you the most accurate answer. You'll get a certain amount of points for the choice you make. Write down how many points you get so that you can add them up in the end to reveal what type of soul you have. Now, let's get to it. Question 1. What 3 words best describe your personality? A. Fun, playful, and friendly. B. Creative, decisive, and clever. C. Chill, easygoing, and laid back. D. Passionate, emotional, and protective. If you chose A, write down 20 points. For B, you get 40 points. C will be 30 points, and D is worth 10 points. Question 2. Which of these animals do you like the most? A. Dogs. They're so adorable and loyal. B. I really love horses. They're incredibly gracious and beautiful. C. Butterflies. They're truly fascinating. D. Dolphins. They're so smart and friendly. Now choice A will give you 40 points, and B equals 10 points. If answer C is your favorite option, add another 20 points. For D, you get 30 points. Question number 3. Which color combo do you like the most? A. Black and brown, baby. B. Nothing beats shades of blue and green together. C. Red and orange, of course. D. Green and purple is a killer combo. If choice A was your pick, add 40 points. If you like B, you get 30 points, while C gives you 10 points. For letter D, add another 20 points to your tally. Question number 4. What's your favorite movie genre? A. Thriller, mystery, horror, whatever keeps me on the edge of my seat. B. Probably comedies or action movies. I like good fun entertainment. C. I need adventure movies and romantic films to sweep me off my feet. D. Nothing better than a touching drama or an educational documentary. Give yourself 30 points if you chose A and 20 points if you liked B. Answer C gives you 10 more points, and D is a whopping 40 points. Question number 5. How many friends do you have? A. I've got a few different groups with a couple of people in each. B. About 5 to 10 that I consider my pals. C. Probably just 2 or 3 close friends. D. I have a nice big group of truly wonderful friends. For A, you can add 10 more points to your list, but if you chose B, add 30 points. You'll get 40 points for C, and for D, you can have 20 points. Question number 6. Which of these music genres do you like more than the others? A. Can't go wrong with some nice soft rock. B. Heavy metal all the way. C. Classical music is all I need. D. Just anything that's popular today. I love pretty much all the latest hits. If you've gone for answer A, add 20 more points to your sum. B gives you 10 points. C equals 40 points, and D is 30 points. Question number 7. Which magical charm would you like to have? A. Something to make me completely free or extremely powerful. B. Probably invincibility or immortality. C. I want something that would bring me more attention and love. D. I'd have to say wisdom or a unique skill of some sort. Picking A gives you 20 points. B equals 30 points. If C is your perfect answer, add 10 points. And write down 40 points for D. Question number 8. Let's hope this scenario won't ever happen to you. And knock on some wood nearby just in case. But if someone you love died, how would you handle it? A. I'd definitely grieve and cry for a very long time. B. It would be hard, but I'd try to accept that they're gone. C. I'd try to remember all the good times we had together and focus on the positive to make the pain go away. D. I'd give it some time to sink in and let myself feel all the emotions that would come with it. If you chose option A, you get 10 points. B gives you 40 points, while C is an additional 20 points. Finally, answer D will bring you 30 points. Question number 9. Okay, I think we need a much happier question now. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? A. I'd donate it to a charity. A lot of people need this money way more than I do. B. I'd save it, of course. C. Oh, I'd spend it all with pleasure. D. I'd give half the money to my family and use the other half for a good cause. Maybe help the homeless. I think that would be fair. Choice A is worth 20 points. B allows you to add 40 points. You can write down 10 points for C, and D equals 30 points. Question number 10. How would you describe your life? A. Probably just a big spotlight of attention, and I don't mind at all. B. Full of fun and positive vibes, and even a little flirty at times. C. Emotionally well-rounded. Yeah, that describes it all right. D. Maybe a bit modest, but filled with great love, and that's all that matters. If A is your perfect choice, write down 40 points. B is 30 points. C equals 20 points, and D will give you an additional 10 points to your final sum. And that's it for the questions. Count up all your points, and let's find out what type of soul you are. If your final score is 100 to 160 points, your soul element is fire. You're an exceptionally bright and charismatic person. You easily charm people with your character and attitude. You're also really romantic, passionate, and sensitive. At the same time, you're super focused, determined, and decisive. You know exactly what you want out of life. Sometimes your emotions can take control of you, especially jealousy and anger. Try not to let it get the best of you. If your result falls between 170 and 240 points, your soul element is air. You live life to the fullest and love adventures. You're witty, carefree, independent, and flexible. You're truly a people person and can find common ground with pretty much anybody. You might sometimes make irresponsible decisions, but you always try to correct your mistake in the end. Even though it happens rarely, you can be insensitive, selfish, and dishonest. If you notice that in yourself, try to work on it to make your life more positive and happy. If all of your points added up to 250 to 320, your soul element is water. People whose soul is driven by water have an inner peace and harmony within them. That's why they're really easygoing and laid back. If you're in this group, you're incredibly trusting, understanding, and devoted to everything that matters to you. You can be a little lazy and pessimistic at times, just don't let it become your norm. And finally, if your final sum is 330 to 400 points, your soul element is Earth. You're an empathetic, loyal, and hard-working person. You prefer to think things through before acting. Your creativity and responsibility easily attract people, which makes you an undeniable leader. You can be quite stubborn and overly cautious from time to time. Don't be afraid to loosen up a little. Trust me, you'll enjoy feeling the freedom and spontaneity. So what's your soul element? Let's see how many people there are in each group. Don't forget to share this video with your friends.
Okay, let's see the etiology of diseases. First is eating habits, like eat too much or poor quality of food and water. These may affect the digestive tract and the excretory system. Second is imbalance action and work, overloaded working, standing, or sitting for a long urinary and feces retention. I think you know what happen. The third is environment and climate, rapid change of temperature, pollution. And the last is emotions, sadness, depression, anger, rage. Here are things to know about traditional medicine. Traditional medicine is the remedies used for ill health. They made from herbal medicine, which is a plant, animal, or mineral. But in the Ayurvedic system, emphasis on medicinal plants. And each formula composes of many drugs that can be divided into 4 groups. Main ingredients to exert the main action. Auxiliary drugs to support the main ingredients, keep the balance of the 4 elements and restore the health. Controlling drugs to control the action and sometimes toxicity of the main ingredients. Coloring and flavoring agents to make the whole formula more palatable. You can see that traditional medicine is quite complicated to use. The main ingredients are medicinal plants. For the effectiveness of herbal treatments, the herbalist must understand clearly the name of the plant, the appearance of the plant, the color of raw materials, the smell of materials, and finally the taste of materials. The taste is important for healing properties. It is providing the link between diagnosis and herbal therapy. It also presents the active compound in the plant. The taste of Thai herbalism is divided into 2 main tastes. First is chief tastes, or in Thai called Rot Prathan. For me, it is feeling. For these types, there are cold, hot and gentle. Gentle mean neutral. It not hot and cold. Cold taste is remedy fever, toxic substances, for example, the Crete and Cucurbitaceae family. Hot taste is remedy flatulence, constipation, and carminative. Gentle is remedy fainting and blood diseases. Here is another taste. Sub-taste, it is the taste of medicine. 9 tastes are astringent, sweet, nauseating, bitter, nutty or oily, fragrant, salty, sour, and pungent. Astringent has remedied this kind of symptoms: diarrhea, wound healing, stomachic and incompatibilities when you have this kind of symptoms. Sweet flavor good for skin refresher, muscle tonic, cardiac tonic, demulcent, and thirst. But not good for diabetes mellitus, skin diseases. The nauseating flavor is good for detoxifying agents, skin diseases, insect bites, and depressant drugs. But not good for cardiac diseases and cough. The bitter flavor is used for remedy blood and bile tonic, antipyretic, tonic and stimulate the appetite. It is not good for flatulence symptoms. Nutty is used for deficiency of tendon, a tonic for joint fluid. It incompatibilities with asthma, cough with sputum, fever, and thirst. Fragrant is used for remedy heart, liver, and lung tonic, a tonic for pregnant women, and relieve thirst. It is incompatible with flatulence. Salty is used for laxative, eliminate fatty substances from the intestine, blood purifier, soften the sputum. But it not good for thirst, bloody and mucus stool. Sour is used for cough with sputum, blood purifier, and relieve thirst. But it not good for fever and diarrhea symptoms. The last is pungent. This flavor is good for carminative, fire element tonic, anti-flatulent, and promotes sweating. But it not good for fever and inflammation of the eyes. The last slide is the summarize of taste and their effect on the elements. You can read from here. After this, you will know the taste that good to your body when you got sick. For example, when you got a fever, that means the presence of a fire element. To decrease fire elements, you should look for the astringent flavor to decrease fire elements. And you should avoid oily food, salty food, nauseating, sour, pungent, and fragrant food. Because it increases the fire element. These kinds of flavor made you get worse. Now this is your assignment. You have to submit this assignment to me with this detail. First, you have to find out what element you are from this website. It is a formal test. After you do the test, it will announce your element with an explanation. You have to report that to me. After you know what element you are, then you have to find out 5 medicinal plants, 5 herbs, and 5 spices that supplement your element and the same things that your element should avoid. Your work should have this kind of information. There are pictures, scientific name, common name, taste that had positive and negative to your element, functional property, the part of use and reference. Submit to my email on May 1st year 2020 and please name the file like this. I have to organize like this to find your mail easier. Okay, hope everybody has a good day. Bye.